What's up guys, Nabil Khan here, and today's topic has everything to do with the biggest fear out there right now that many households and businesses have, and that's the loss of income, the expense of salaries, and the fear of closing down. So in this video, I'm going to address how companies can make up for some of those expenses and continue to pay salaries by explaining the process of the Disaster Relief Fund on UIF, how individuals that are not employed by a company that's going to approach the Disaster Relief Fund can claim from the UIF, some ideas on how you can reduce your income in these times, so stay to the end of this video. How to make up for lost income, up next. Hey guys, welcome back to Money Talks, and if you're here for the first time, thanks for being here guys. Hit that subscribe button and send us some love by liking this video. So let's start on companies that are facing a loss of revenue in these times guys. Clients might be closing, rentals might not be coming in for any reason for that matter. You're having the discussions with your employees to take a lower cut, or you might be laying off employees directly related to this pandemic. What is out there to help these companies? Well, firstly, SARS has come to the party, so companies with less than 50 million rand in turnover can delay 20% of their pay-as-you-earn tax payments over the next 4 months, so speak to your accountants, guys. Secondly, the government has created a separate extension to the UIF to help protect employees' salaries that are affected. It's called the COVID-19 Temporary Employee Relief Scheme, and it was created to help companies that are forced to shut down because of the pandemic and have had to lay off their staff in this time temporarily. Now, because it's a separate special relief fund, guys, there are differences in the rules. So for example, the rule on normal UIF, where an employee has to be employed for 4 days for every 1 day that they can claim from the UIF fund, in the special relief fund, that doesn't apply. So this will help all employees. There are, however, limits to the time frames of payments of salaries, as well as limits to the amount of pay for each employee. The salary amount per employee is capped at 17,712 Rand per month. The time frame for claim is 3 months or less, and an employee will be paid according to the income replacement sliding scale, which is between 38% for high income earners and 60% for lower income earners. And at any point in time, guys, this is defined in the UI Act, but if at any point in time the salary falls below minimum wage, then it will be adjusted to match minimum wage, which is 3,500 Rand. Now what this means is, guys, if you are earning more than 17,712 Rand, then you are going to take a hit in the income that you're going to get. However, guys, stay to the end of this video because I will be covering some ways that you can lower your expenses and other ways that you can find opportunities in these times. Now, it's important to note in these times, different employers have different arrangements with their employees, partial payouts and things like that. So with that in mind, also remember that the point of this disaster relief fund is to compensate employees for loss of income in these times. So whatever the situation, guys, it's worth putting in that application. So how do you do that? Well, firstly, for the employer to qualify for the benefit of this fund, they have to be registered with the UIF. So I hope that's in the bag. Secondly, the company must comply with their application procedure. But before we get to application procedure, let's take a look at a note on illness. If an employee is in quarantine for 14 days or less due to COVID, then they qualify for this benefit. And that will be proof that the employee was in agreement with the precautionary self-quarantine for 14 days. Now, if the employee was in quarantine for more than 14 days, then a medical certificate from a registered medical practitioner needs to be submitted along with a continuation of income form. So, what is the application process for all this? Well, because we're in a lockdown, guys, for safety reasons, there is no manual process for this. There is, however, an email address that companies can send an email to for applications and an email to report their closure. The email address is covid19ters@labour.gov.za. I'll leave that in the description below of this video. You will have to submit a letter of authority as well as a signed memorandum of agreement from the company or the bargaining council with the UIF. Other forms include a copy of the employee's ID, UI-19 and UI 2.7 form completed by the employer, UI 2.1, UI 2.8, that's a bank form completed by the bank, and letter from the employer confirming temporary layoff is due to the COVID-19. So what about those people that have lost their income because they were retrenched, or their contracts have been closed, or they've got reduced hours, but there is no employer submitting this claim to the Disaster Relief Fund? Well, there is standard benefits that you can claim for from UIF: unemployment, dependents, death benefits, maternity, illness, and adoption. The standard benefits apply, guys. I'm going to briefly read through this list and leave a link to that in the description below and continue on this video. Claiming for unemployment benefits, you can claim up to 365 days instead of 238 days if you worked for a continuous 4-year period. Maternity benefits. Benefits are payable at a flat rate of 66% to a female contributor. When becoming employed, you have 12 months instead of 6 months to submit an application for unemployment benefits. Claiming for illness benefits. Benefits are paid from the date on which the worker ceases to work and becomes fully or partially unpaid because of illness, if you've been sick for a 7 consecutive day period instead of 14 days as it previously was. Guys, UIF can get very complicated, and I've seen this personally in the process of claim with my wife Raisa giving birth and being in that process of maternity. And there are companies out there that you can reach out to that make this process so much easier. Shout out to UIF Hero. They helped. This isn't sponsored in this video, but they're such a real help, guys. So go look up those companies that can help you through these processes. But let's take it back to the fundamentals that we cover here on the channel, guys. What can you control in money coming into your life and money going out of your life? Money in, it's the UIF story, and if you have no control of making additional money come in, then you definitely have control of the money that's flowing out of your budget, and you can control that by reducing it so you can last out these times. So here's what you can do to reduce that number. Number one, call your debt companies, people you owe money to. Over this time, a lot of those companies are understanding to the situation and the circumstances around us. So pick up the phone and give them a call, and they might give you some relief over this time. Number two, call your bank and ask them for relief on your monthly repayments towards your debts. Guys, a lot of banks are doing this, if not all of them right now. Some of them are offering up to 3 months of a halt in your payments, subject to you being on good standing with your debt repayments so far. Guys, think about this. On average, South African households spend 50% of their income towards debts. So if you can get relief on this, that's half of your paycheck breathing room for 3 months. Now, if you're claiming from UIF and getting 38% of what you used to earning, this is a huge step in the right direction. Number three, take account of tax rebates in your financial plan, guys. Now's the time to start, and I've been saying this for a while. Now's the time, if you haven't done already, start looking at that budget, see what money is due to you from your financial plan, your retirement accounts as a tax rebates, and think about how you're going to use that money, maybe towards debts. Number four, speak to your financial advisor or financial coach. Guys, in these times, we are 100% operational. Financial services keeps running. So if you haven't reached out and you are worried about these times in your income, then you're not serious, guys. Wake up and reach out. Number five, go watch my video on how to prepare for these times. Seriously, go check it out for the additional options on how you can be saving in these times. Guys, we all need to play our part as individuals, as professionals in these times to help others that are uncertain, that are paralyzed with fear, that are worried about their stability and their incomes. Share this video to help more people understand the concept, to build their level of understanding and knowledge. And guys, reach out to me, send me an email if you found ways to save money, and I will feature you on this channel. This will be a nice initiative for you guys to air your ideas and help the community, and let's do this together. And on that note, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button, stay healthy, stay sane, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.